Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the career options after BTech or BE in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. So, what is metallurgical engineering? Metallurgical engineering is a branch of engineering that studies the various properties and processes related to metal and metal extractions. This field also applies the fundamentals of engineering to be processing, designing, and extraction of metal, and also its applications. So, based on from this needle to spacecraft, everywhere we required this new these materials. So, for that, this metallurgical engineering and materials engineering, they this design these type of these new materials, or they can modify the existing these materials to achieve the better properties and also for the better solutions. So in this metallurgical engineering, we have studied several subjects. So these are the few important key areas in this metallurgical engineering branch. Like we have a physical metallurgy, metallurgical thermodynamics, transport phenomena and rate processes, mineral processing and extractive metallurgy, in which this iron steel making, non-ferrous extraction will come, mechanical metallurgy, in which we studied the response of the load on existing this material, stress strain response, types of different these failures like brittle and ductile failure, creep failure, fatigue failure. These kind of these things we studied in this mechanical metallurgy. And then we have electronic materials and devices like the semiconductor thing. Then we have functional materials. Then we have manufacturing processes which is studied like casting, forging, extrusion, rolling, sheet metal forming, welding. And now this new exciting this research field came in this manufacturing processes is additive manufacturing. So we will discuss about this in these later slides. So we have another aspect is this machine learning and artificial intelligence in material science. Another main important aspect is computational material science. So these are the two new field added in metallurgical engineering in last 5 years. So there are several these works is going on in these two fields. Now, what are the skills required to get the job in this for metallurgical engineering? So during this metallurgical engineering, this curriculum, we have studied different kind of subjects as I this discussed here, but we required certain kind of skills. Means some kind of theoretical knowledge, or you can say the practical knowledge. So I have identified what are the main important skills we required. So this is the first thing, which is microscopic techniques. So we studied that how we can see the structure, means microstructure of any kind of materials. Either you are this working in this metals or ceramic composites, polymers or semiconductor, anywhere. So we required these microscopic techniques to see the microstructure, and then we correlate that with the mechanical properties or other things. So we required some kind of metallography facilities like sample preparation for this technique, like optical microscope, X-ray diffractometer, scanning electron microscopy, transmission electron microscopy, and recently they have added one most advanced microscopic technique, that is atom probe tomography. So we required as a metallurgical engineering, we have the knowledge of, either if we don't have this facility in your college or thing, so we required some theoretical knowledge. Means we can know, means what is the principle of these microscopic technique, how we can operate it, or what kind of information these microscopic technique will provide for any material. Now we'll come to the second one, that is metal forming, in which we have a different kind of like casting, forging, rolling, welding facilities, extrusion, sheet metal operation. So we need to understand again this fundamentals, and at the same time, if the practical this facilities is available in your college, so we should learn about it. Now come to the most important thing, is mechanical testing. So we need to know the strength of the material, hardness of the material. So for that, there are several mechanical testing facilities are available, like tensile testing that has been carried out in UTM, this machine, that is universal testing this machine. so in which we know the stress strain behavior of any material, and we can say that the yield strength, ultimate tensile strength and ductility of the material. Then we have a hardness testing. So there are several these types of hardness testing is available, like Rockwell, Brenell, Becker's hardness, Noob hardness. So we need to and this know the principle of all the type of hardness testing, and if it is available in your college, means this you can learn how to operate and how to analyze the result. And then we have a most important thing is this fatigue testing, because most of the engineering this material is failed due to this fatigue loading. You can say the 90% of the engineering materials are failed this due to this fatigue. So we need to understand how we can increase the fatigue life of the existing material, or if you are designing this new material, so you can calculate the fatigue life this using this fatigue testing. So here we have a two kind of thing, a low cycle fatigue testing or high cycle fatigue testing. So we have to this know this fundamental of this testing, and this what kind of ASTM standards are used for this designing the samples for these testing. Then we have a 3-point bend test, which is a fracture toughness test. I mean, in the presence of crack, how much energy is absorbed. So that is tells about this 3-point bend test. We have other type of fracture toughness test like a CT or that crack tip opening displacement test. Now we have this fifth one is creep testing. So creep testing this generally this used for the high temperature high temperature this material like inconel, this nickel waste superalloy. Then we have a CHARP impact test. It is used for to this measure the toughness of the material. So this is, and then we have a Glevel thermal mechanical simulator. So it is the advanced mechanical testing equipment that is used, and in this we can change the strain rate, we can change the temperature. So by changing the strain rate, by changing the temperature, we can determine the uh, properties of the any material at higher temperature, at higher strain rate, and we can this design the processing maps of any material in which region we need to deform it, this like that. So the main thing is that we need to know about the uh, basic fundamental of these testing equipments and concepts. Now we have this other thing like in sample preparation technique. So if you have decided this means this material is useful for this application, so how you can prepare? So you can prepare through vacuum arc melting in the lab, or you can prepare through ball milling plus spark plasma sintering. So these are the few thing these a few techniques for preparing the samples. And then we have a computational technique. So nowadays everyone is very fascinating about this computational thing. So in this computational thing you can predict the phases. You can, it means if you are this preparing a new, it means designing a new alloy, so you can see what kind of phases are stable at different temperatures. So by using thermokinetic draw, fact says, JMAT Pro, PanDat, MatCalc and SimuFact. So these are the few computational softwares that I have this mentioned here. But some FEM based tools also is important. This like Abacus, ANSYS, Deform 3D, and this MATLAB. So if you have a knowledge of these software, if you means if you are expert in these software, so it will be very useful to get the jobs in metallurgical and materials engineering. So there are some other important these techniques like for residual stress analysis we have XRD, and for the this so this XRD is a non-destructive test. We have a destructive test also like hole drilling, and then we have a optical emission spectroscopy for composition analysis. This we will go this for spectroscopy, particle size analyzer, and this is DSC, TGA, DTA. So it is very useful in which sample if you have some kind of phase transformation is happening, so we can determine the exact temperature at where the phase is transforming from one phase to other phase. Then we have a nano indentation. So if you have a this any kind of this material in which you have a two phases, like you have if you have alpha and beta. like this. If you have, so you can indent at the specific phase and get the property of the specific phase, like elastic modulus, or you can get the hardness, and you can also correlate that with tensile strength and other things. So these are the few skills you required. Skills means you have to know the basic fundamental knowledge of these testing thing, like here this what this we have told, and here microscopic, mechanical testing, metal forming. So you have, so this you can perform this well in any interview. Now I'll come to the what are the options you have. So after getting the bachelor's degree in metallurgical and materials engineering, you have three options. Either you will go for the direct jobs, or you will crack the gate exam and then you have some these opportunities open, or you will go to the masters abroad, or even in India. So these are the three options if you are interested to staying uh, uh, in the core in this core field. So now I will discuss one each by each. So for the direct job, you have private companies. In India, we have some several steel companies like Tata Steel, Jindal Steel, and there are various steel companies. These private steel companies, heat treatment industries. We have metalworking industries like forging industries, rolling industries, and then we have a non-ferrous industries like zinc smelting, aluminium this smelting, and this copper industries. So these are the few this a few field where you can directly apply and get the job after this BTech degree. So yeah, here we have highlighted some few private this list of the private companies like Eaton, Elements, ExxonMobil, Queso Incon, Caterpillar, this uh, Hogan's AV, and then we have a Kane Metal, then we have a Thyssen Group, NBC Bearing, Jaguar Land Rover, Maruti Suzuki India. So these are the few list I have this highlighted here, but there are several private companies are available which hire metallurgical engineering as a fresher job. Now we have another option that in government organizations after this getting this BTech degree or this bachelor's degree in metallurgical engineering, you can directly apply like in RINL, BARC, ISRO, BIS, NMDC, DRDO, Ordnance Factory, BHEL, Hindalco. So what are the criteria? They just means they wanted that in their sector, they wanted that they conducted a written exam and then interview. So these are the requirement they wanted, because nowadays this bar conducted this exam every year they will conduct it, but all others are conducted in every 2 to 3 years, like that. Now we have another thing. Second thing is gate qualified. So gate exam is conducted every year. So if you are gate qualified, then if you have a high gate score, so in that case you are eligible for the direct job options, because the same company, this RINL, BARC, BIS, DRDO, IOCL, BHEL, NALCO, and MDC sale, they recruited through gate score and plus interview. So generally gate score this value of gate score is 85%, and interview gate score is 15%. So only this thing, and this sale is going to recruit this year through gate 2022. So official notification has to yet this will come on the sale websites, and DRDO is going to recruit through gate 2023, and BARC is also going to through gate 2023. So if you are in your third year or you're in this final year of your bachelor's degree or just pass out, so you can look these opportunities and grab these opportunities, because if you can qualify this if you have this good gate score, or I will tell in the rank, if you are getting under 100, so so you have a very good options to get these jobs directly. Now if you are not having the good gate score, or you are interested in higher education, then you have two options. In IITs and NITs, you will do MTech you can do, or you can do nowadays direct PhD. So several IITs having this option, like and IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, they are having this IIT Delhi, so they are having this direct PhD options. So you can choose direct PhD option, or I can also say that there is one most prestigious scholarships came in here, that is called PMRF, Prime Minister Research Fellowship. So in this you will get 70k to 80k per month. Per month you will get it. So what is the criteria? You have to have at least 8.5 CG in bachelor's this degree, and so this is what the this main criteria. And if you have some research publication, so that will be advantage to you. So this option you can this consider if you are interested in pursuing a PhD from IITs and NITs. So another option, you can do the MTech from IITs and NITs. Again, if you are coming to MTech, you have some these other options, like this one of the famous scholarship that is available is called DART. So in this DART scholarship, if you are in the second year, so they will provide 7-month scholarship to you to pursue your master's thesis in top 9 German universities. So this option you can this you can choose during your master's MTech degree. Now after MTech, so you have finished MTech, what next? So what next, that you can sit in the placement. So there are several companies come in the placement, so you can directly get selected here, or you can pursue PhD. So again, if you are doing PhD after MTech, again you will be eligible for the PMRF scholarship, or you can do the regular PhD. You can do it, or you can go abroad to do the PhD. So there are 3 options after completing your PhD: placement, PhD through PMRF or regular, or you can do PhD through abroad. Now, what are the companies they will come in IITs and NITs for the placement? So there are several companies like this Tata Steel, Jindal Steel, Applied Materials, Saint Gobain, General Electric, Bosch, Aditya Birla Group, Asian Paints, and there are many more companies. They will come for the placement. So this is, I am highlighting just a core companies. So if you have a certain knowledge of coding or something, you can also eligible for the non-core jobs. So there also this you can apply for the means you can sit in the placement for the non-core jobs if you have a certain knowledge of coding or this. I just inform you about the computational technique like FEM software or computational software. So you have a good chance that you can also eligible or you can get the job in non-core companies, and very good package. I'm saying very good package, more than 20 lakhs, like that you can be getting. And here also, if you are getting jobs in like a prestigious company like Applied Materials, there also they are providing 12 to 15 lakh package. In Tata Steel they will also provide 10 to 12, Jindal 10 to 12, like that. So there are the companies they will generally give 10 to 12 lakhs. And if you are interested in non-core after doing masters in metallurgical engineering, it is also feasible. Only thing, this you need to require some kind of knowledge of coding or some kind of softwares or some kind of these things, or this knowledge of machine learning and artificial intelligence. This will lead to a great package. Now I come to the third option. In the second, after masters you can do PhD. That I have told you that in PhD you have again this PMRF option and a regular PhD option, or you can do PhD from abroad. Because if you are coming this for MTech in IITs, so you are doing under some this your master's thesis under certain this professor. So that IIT professors has some contacts in the foreign. So from their contact you can go and pursue your PhD from abroad, or you can start applying PhDs directly. If you are applying PhD is in US or in Canada, so there you required GRE and one language like IELTS or this TOEFL. But if you are applying PhD in Europe, there this GRE and TOEFL is not required. Only thing, you have to email to certain this professor in which area you are interested, and you can directly email them and tell them that you are interested and this thing. So How you will get PhD in Europe and US, Canada easily? You have to publish your work during MTech. If you have some publication, then your chances for getting PhD in Europe or in Canada and US or in Japan, anywhere, or in Australia, that chances are higher as compared to if you don't have publication. But coming to the in IITs and NITs, there you have a procedures, like you have a written exam. So that written exam is totally based on the GATE syllabus and plus interview. So you have to clear these things and then get admission in PhD admission in IITs or NITs. Now after PhD what? After PhD you have again the two options. Either you will go for the postdoc. So postdoc is a kind of experience, that is getting experience in your certain specific field in which you have done the PhD, or you can go to the R&D labs. So there we have several companies where you can get the job in R&D's lab. So there. After postdoc what? Again the same options. Get the industry job in R&D or go for the assistant professor in academic institutions. Like that is the options. Now the third option what we have chosen, that is this MS, Master in Science. So either you will go MS in abroad or in IITs also. Certain IITs they are having this nowadays. So in IITs if you are doing MS, again after MS you can pursue a PhD or you can go for the jobs in R&D. So if you are going in United States and Europe for the MS, again some certain criteria is there, like that I told you, that GRE and one language exam, that is like this TOEFL, and also in some places they want 1 year experience in industry. So this is what the few requirements they required if you are going to pursue in MS, pursue MS degree in abroad, from abroad. Now you can again pursue PhD or get the job, again postdoc, industry job, and assistant professor in academic institutions. So these are the few fields we can go after BTech, or direct job, or through GATE, or through MS or PhD. These are the options are there. So if you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section. We will take your questions and get back to you, or you can follow our Instagram channel or LinkedIn and Facebook. So everywhere we are this present, and you can directly this message your this any kind of this question related to your career, and you can follow our Telegram channel. There we are regularly posting the job updates, so you can get the all kind of job updates there. So thanks for the watching. Stay connected and like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.